When you're chasing improvement, it's easy to forget why we started. Testing schedules, matchups, and spreadsheets, sequencing lines, the grind is real. But a few times a year, we get something special. A format where nobody's chasing points, there's no optimal 60, no meta panic, no tournament brain, just players, pack, jank, and possibility. This is one of those few moments where Pokemon isn't serious, it's silly. So before we talk ratios and reps, we're slowing down this week. We're drafting, cracking Phantasmal Flame, and remember, rest isn't stepping away from improvement, it's part of it. Today's episode, cards, creativity, and the reset we didn't know we needed. Let's enjoy the calm before the meta storm. This week was slow in the best way possible. There was no prep, there was no pressure, just packs. Pre-release is like nature telling the competitive players to touch grass. No spreadsheets, no crying about pairings, just vibes, and hoping your promo isn't a paperweight. And honestly, it is beautiful. We get so few of these, especially with how popular Pokemon has become. It's super hard to go to a locals that has the space for this many people interested. And it's Charizard. Everyone was interested this time around. Charizard and Gengar. So I'm going to show a little bit of my pre-release experience and just kind of talk my way through. And, hey, quick reminder for everyone grinding at home, you don't have to net deck the sweatiest thing alive. Regionals by nature are a shark tank. People bring the best decks that give them the highest chance of winning a room full of 1,000 people. But your locals, that's your lab, your testing ground. Your cozy dojo. Want to build around your favorite Pokemon? Do it! I recommend hopping on Limitless Labs and follow the top list using your choice Pokemon. Then you can tune to your own version. And remember, tune according to your local's meta. Because beating random strangers at a regional is one thing, but beating little Timmy, who only runs Crobats, that's sensational. Build smart, build spicy, just build something you enjoy piloting, and worry about the spreadsheet sweat later. Play your deck. Now, even in this no pressure setting, I found ways to stress myself out. During one of my rounds, I completely misplayed a card, Lilies. You know, I'm so used to running Lilies and drawing 8, but at a pre-release, you only start with 4. I just flat out forgot and got flustered. And this started a trend of me messing up a little bit. A lot of it. Worst part, it wasn't even about the card, but it was who I was playing. Someone I assume was better than me. I mean, they look calm, they look composed, they look ready. And once that thought crept in, it was over for me. Tense. But I took a lesson from that. Even in casual games, confidence matters. It's not about the flawless play, it's about staying calm enough to think clearly. This week, not much really happened. All of our locals are busy doing their pre-releases as product got delayed, and people just outright wanted more events because they couldn't get in the first time. I know, it's crazy. Everyone wants to participate. I highly recommend that you guys participate in your locals events this weekend. I know I'm going to be joining another one. A friend couldn't make it the first time, so we'll do it again. For those that still haven't had the opportunity to go to a pre-release event, it's a lot of fun. How it goes is you get a pre-release kit that comes with a 40 card pre-built deck, and then you throw in anything that you pull from your packs. So earlier, I pulled a Charizard. What a shame. The deck I got was not fire, nor did it have any Charmanders. Tough luck. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it, especially if you're on the fence about the Pokemon TCG game. Do it. So this week was a reset. A reminder that Pokemon isn't about perfect sequencing or an optimal list. It's about playing and the joy and opening
cardboard. Yeah, I like the cardboard. Woo, 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 woo.
Next week, we'll ease back into testing. New decks, new meta, new cards. But now, let's enjoy the calm before the meta storm. And meta storm it is. Format has gotten very weird. Specifically, if you've been following the news about Pokemon Live and the way that they release their cards versus paper. In Pokemon Live, they released the Gengar and Diancie decks a little earlier than the other cards. So people got to play with half of the new cards. Now, recently, they released the extra half, but you already have half of the player base playing with the new meta and half the player base playing with the old meta. We have regionals like my regional, which will be using the new cards, but Vegas will be using the old cards. Apart from that, there's also a weird trend that's going on where people aren't teching for bad matchups. They're just throwing caution to the wind and hoping that those bad matchups get filtered by other good decks. For example, Golden Go has decided to take out Stone Mass. They don't need that. Or they don't need a tech for the Stone Mass, I should say. I mean, even for my last episode, I decided to take out Stone Mass as well. They're playing for consistency rather than for coverage, which I think that's wild, and that's fun. That means a lot more decks can now shine. But that places us in a weird situation. Recently, there was 2 lists that appeared at the regional settings. They played an Absol line with Janine. And I mean, that works because like Janine helps you accelerate energy and he gets rid of that one hurdle. But the Mega Absol? Ooh, I'm not a big fan of it. But who am I? They made it far, so And I did kind of call it, but seems like Piper also felt that running 1 Reshiram was not safe, and so they went 2 Reshiram. But who knows? They did go against some pretty heavy matchups, like the matchups you don't want to see, like Golden Go and Venusaur. So who knows? Who knows? But in the meantime, enjoy some pack opening. Man, some people just have the mandate of heaven. They get to pull all these cool fancy cards. And I gotta rock. Sorry about being late this time. I'll be uploading another video later this week, kind of going over my most recent pre-release event and opening a bunch of product. That and a little discussion between friends about what is happening. There's a lot of decks that are viable in this meta, and then the new cards just keep getting better and better. I think I'll consider it a side quest, not a full-blown episode, because right now we're on a calm. We're just kind of enjoying the pre-release hype. Bye-bye.